Thakur Vidya Mandir High School and Junior College welcomes all the 12th standard computer science students. Today we are going to learn Unit 4 Introduction to Microcontroller. In this part we are only going to cover the introduction part. So before starting it with the microcontroller, let me revise what is a microprocessor. As we know, microprocessor is a semiconductor multipurpose programmable logic device which reads the data from the storage called as memory, converts the data into binary, executes the data and gives the output, right? So the microprocessor is simply, we call it as the CPU of the computer. Along with the CPU, we require my input, keyboard, output, that is the screen or the monitor. Here in microprocessor, we have the 7-segment display and the memory. This three becomes the peripherals for the microprocessor. So the microprocessor is the CPU of the computer. These three are the peripherals. This is what we have learned in microprocessor in detail. Now, what is a microcontroller? Microcontroller is a microprocessor based system consisting of microprocessor, limited amount of RAM or ROM or EPROM. RAM, ROM or EPROM. EPROM means erasable and programmable read-only memory. Serial and parallel in output ports. Counter, timer, everything in a single integrated chip. This is what we call it as a microcontroller. So microcontroller is a microprocessor based system consisting of microprocessor, input, output, memory, timer and counter, everything in a single integrated chip. So when I'm saying a processor, it is the CPU of the computer, right? So microcontroller will become the entire computer. It is equivalent to a mini computer. That is why we also called the microcontroller as a single chip computer. Now let us learn the definition of microcontroller. A microcontroller is a complete microprocessor based system consisting of microprocessor, limited amount of RAM, ROM or EPROM. EPROM is nothing, erasable and programmable read-only memory, and in output ports built on a single integrated chip. So in a single integrated chip or a circuit, we have inbuilt microprocessor, inbuilt peripherals, RAM, ROM, that is the memory, everything in a single chip. Now, the designer's main reason to manufacture the microcontroller was the demerit of the microprocessor. That is, it doesn't have inbuilt peripherals. So, inbuilt, if I'm taking input, output and memory for that is separate chip, what will happen? The size of the circuit will become more big. That was the main reason to manufacture the microcontroller, so that with limited amount of parallel serial ports, ROM, EPROM, they can put in a single chip. First thing. Second thing, why do we have the name controller? Because it performs control functions. That is why it is given the name microcontroller. Thirdly, the microprocessor controller architecture is little bit complex than the microprocessor. So let's understand. Microcontroller is in fact a microcomputer, but it is called so because it is used to perform control functions. The designer of a microcontroller identify all the needs to build a simple microprocessor system and put as many as possible in a single IC. That is, as many as possible is nothing, that is the peripherals. A microcontroller is more complex than a microprocessor because it consists of many in-output components. So, these are the main definition of the microcontroller. Microcontroller, the other name is single chip microcomputer. Example 8048, 8051, 8050 and so on. Now, let's learn what are the advantages of microcontroller over microprocessor based system. Starting with the definition again. A microcontroller is a complete microprocessor based system consisting of microprocessor, limited amount of ROM or EPROM, RAM in output ports, timer and counter in a single integrated chip. Now here in output ports include both the ports, parallel as well as serial ports. Parallel as well as serial ports. The advantages. The first advantage is starting with the cost. The cost of microcontroller is less than microprocessor based system. Now every now and then whenever we are comparing the advantages, we say the cost is less than microprocessor based system. Why it is called microprocessor based system? Because in microprocessor along with the CPU we have input, output and memory. All this four together forms the microprocessor based system. Next, the microcontroller has more in-output ports than a microprocessor based system. It has inbuilt peripherals. Microcontroller can be used in a wide variety of intelligent products such as in personal computer keyboards. So we can use a microcontroller in a wide variety of intelligent products such as we have the personal keyboards, we have multimeter in security, home security system, in industries, even in medical. This microcontroller plays a very important role, and this is not possible in case of the microprocessor. The reason is, if I am taking a microprocessor, along with the processor we have to take the peripherals, input, output and memory, which make the circuit complicated. Microprocessor based system cannot be used in such intelligent products. Many low-cost products such as electronic toys, electronic drills, microwave ovens, VCRs are based on microcontroller. So even from simple to the sophisticated, we can use microcontroller to manufacture. So it can be used in low-cost products like electronic toys, electronic drills, microwave oven, VCRs. These all devices are based on the microcontroller. So these are the advantages of microcontroller over microprocessor based system. These advantages can be also used to compare microprocessor and microcontroller. We can say both microprocessor and microcontroller are 8-bit. Microprocessor, we can say it can be used in intelligent products. Microcontroller can be used in intelligent products. It becomes the first comparison. Second comparison, microprocessor cannot be used in low cost products. This can be used in low cost products. That is microcontroller. Microprocessor is the CPU of the computer, and microcontroller is itself a mini computer. That is a microcomputer. Microprocessor don't have peripherals, and microcontroller have inbuilt peripherals. Microprocessor don't have more in-output components, and microcontroller has more in-output components. And lastly, we can take the example 8085, 8086 in case of microprocessor, 8048 and 8051 in case of your microcontroller. So this becomes the advantages as well as the differentiation between your microprocessor and the microcontroller. Now today there are many microcontrollers in the market. The one of the most famous microcontroller is 8051. We are going to discuss today all the features of 8051. Starting with the ALU. 8051 microcontroller has an 8-bit ALU. 8051 itself is an 8-bit microcontroller, so it has an 8-bit ALU. 8051 has 4 kilobyte ROM or EPROM, that is 4K into 8 bit. 4K into 8 bit. 8051 has 4 kilobytes of ROM or EPROM. 8051 has 128 bytes of RAM. 8051 has 128 bytes of RAM. Again in the bracket 128 into 8 bit, because we know it is a 8-bit microcontroller. It has a dual 16-bit timer event counter. Now what is a timer event counter? The concept of timer and counter both are linked with each other. The two 16-bit timer event counter are TL0, TH0, it is a 16-bit. Then we have TL1 and TH1. These are the two 16-bit timer event counter. Each is of 8-bit. TL0 is the lower or 8-bit. TH0 is the higher 8 bit of the first counter. TL1 and TH1 similarly the lower and the higher bit. Now what is a timer event counter? As I said, these two concepts are linked with each other, right? So timer means, for example, let me give, if in a microwave oven, if I'm preparing a dish, if I'm setting a time, the time is set to 1 hour. So that is the timer. And once we start the timer, that is when we switch on the microwave oven, what will happen? The counter starts. So here we have a down counter. We have a down counter. So the down counter will be, you can see, for 1 hour, that is we say 60 minutes, then 59, 58, and so on till it becomes 0. This is the counter. This is how a timer and a counter is linked. It has 32 in-output lines for 4 8-bit in-output ports. So it has 4 ports, each is of 8-bit. So total we have 32 in-output lines. That is 4 into 8, we have 32 in-output lines. It can address 64 KB of program memory. Now what is a program memory? Program memory is nothing, it is the ROM memory. It is only the read-only memory. We can read but we can't write. So it can address 64 KB of programmable memory. That means inbuilt, that is the internal memory inside the microprocessor is just 4 kilobytes, but we can extend it till 64 KB. That it means it can address 64 KB of data memory. So the microcontroller can address 64 KB of data memory. Data memory is nothing, it is the RAM memory. So it can address, inbuilt is 128 bytes and it can extend till 64 kilobytes. It has powerful instruction consisting of 111 instructions. So the instruction set is much more powerful. It consists of 111 instructions. Our microprocessor consists of just 74 instructions. It has two external interrupts. Apart from the internal interrupts present in the microcontroller, it has also two external interrupts. 8051 clock frequency is up to 12 megahertz. And it has full featured serial ports. Now what does it mean, full featured serial port? It is simple. In microprocessor, when I was teaching you the pin configuration, there was two pins, SID and SOD. Most of the electronic devices support parallel ports because we know parallel communication is much more faster than serial communication. This we have discussed in Unit 3 of 11th standard. So parallel ports are always preferred because the communication takes place faster. And in microprocessor, some devices, as we know, some devices won't be able to transfer the data in a parallel way. That is, they don't support parallel transmission. For them, we have the serial ports. In microprocessor, we were having only two pins, SOD and SID. SID for serial input data and SOD for serial output data. So for that, we were having only two pins. But in case of microcontroller, a separate sort of ports will be present for serial transmission of data. So these are all the features of 8051 microcontroller. Let me show you the pin description of 8051 microcontroller. You can see it is a 40 pin IC. It is arranged in a DIP package, and you can here also you can see 20 and 40 is ground and plus VCC. You can see here P10, P11, P12. Similarly, in both the sides of the IC, you can see P27, P01. These are the ports. I said right, 32 in output lines it has. So these are the ports of the microcontroller. That is the total, we have 32 in output pins, 4 ports and 32 in output pins. So in today's class, what we have done, we have started with the introduction of microcontroller. What is a microcontroller? Starting with the definition of microprocessor. Then advantages of microcontroller over microprocessor based system and the features of 8051 microcontroller. When microcontrollers came into role, 8051 was one of the famous microcontroller. And one more interesting concept of microcontroller is From this microcontroller, we have manufactured the advanced microcontroller, which are called as PIC microcontrollers, and we also call certain microcontroller as Atmel microcontrollers. And Arduino, you might be more knowing about Arduino. This Arduino also comes under the family of microcontrollers. Thank you.